Hey guys, this is Star Force Reacts, and I'm back to react to Death Battle, the Sentry versus Superboy-Prime. Oh boy, what a waiting period this has been, learning more about these two characters. Cause I kinda knew who these two were at one point. I think I knew more about the Sentry than I did about Superboy-Prime. All I really knew about Superboy-Prime was that at one point he punched reality and it retcon, and caused all of comics to retcon. One of the consequences being, Jason Todd's revival. But that's really all I knew about Superboy-Prime, and apparently another popular matchup with him is against Gwenpool. And once I learned more about what Super Prime was like, I was like, oh, that's why. um, but yeah, but I definitely knew more about the Sentry. But my first introduction to the Sentry was in World War Hulk, where Hulk was going on a rampage, and and basically all the heroes were begging Sentry to help them, but Sentry's like, nah, I'm too depressed right now, basically, and basically told them to fuck off. Like, Hulk's my friend, and you all did kind of bring this upon yourselves. But at the end of the day, Sentry eventually realized, no, Hulk is going a bit too far, and so he stepped in and battled World War Hulk to a standstill, to a stalemate, essentially. So yeah, that's how powerful Sentry is, just as a baseline, because that was just Sentry, not the Void or whatever. And so the more I learned about the Sentry, I still haven't seen the Thunderbolts movie. I've been meaning to, but the closest I've seen is B-Mask's video on the real Thunderbolts story, which did mention Sentry, periodically throughout it, but didn't really go into it. But still, Sentry has. The more I learned about Sentry, the more I came to love him. Just, yeah, and so Sentry is the guy I'm going to be rooting for. In terms of betting for, though, I'm definitely going to be betting on Superboy-Prime winning this. From what the G1 blog and various other sources I've seen, it really is all going to come down to how Death Battle interprets the quote unquote retcon punch, because that's what it is. That's the unofficial name for it, but that's essentially what happens. And Superboy-Prime has made a point to make that one of his big moves. Just retcon reality on a whim. But it really depends on how you interpret it, and on if Sentry can resist it or not. And the G1 blog went the direction of, yeah, Superboy-Prime, Sentry has resisted, not really resisted, but has been exposed to similar retconning kind of things, like with the House of M event with Scarlet Witch, rewriting reality. But and while Void was still somewhat active during that time, it couldn't really do anything. So it required outside forces to help Sentry out of it. So can't really use that. And there are a few other examples that they just debunked. So but again, I think those examples are just interpretation based. So it really is going to come down to what they think Sentry can resist or not, because it has stated at some point in a Sentry comic that the narrative of the universe essentially rewrites itself for Sentry's existence. It's a weird thing for Sentry. But in terms of raw stats, I think they're probably going to equal it out. Even though I think Superboy-Prime might be a tad bit stronger, it's not enough to really make a difference in this kind of fight, especially if you cap Sentry at null, because Null did kill Sentry, but that was also the result of a writer not knowing what he was doing. And Sentry did fight a weakened version of the Molecule Man, but again, weakened version of the Molecule Man. So, yeah, again, it's really hard to find where Sentry caps, because he is a bit inconsistent. Realistically, so his strength is kind of consistent upon his mental state and what his relationship with the Void and stuff. He also has a merged state with the Void. There's a lot to go into with Sentry. But I think they're probably going to equal out stats. But when it comes to hacks, on the other hand, again, it's really all going to depend on if Sentry can survive the retcon bunch. Sentry does have a win condition, analyzing Superboy-Prime's genetics or clock and stuff, and the thing is, Sentry is really smart. He's either equal to or surpasses Tony Stark and Reed Richards, the two smartest dudes in the Marvel universe. So Yeah. But so he could very well figure out how to kill Superboy-Prime. It's just that it's very unlikely he's going to do that before Superboy-Prime retcon punches him. So, yeah, again, this is a very complex matchup to look at. Like, I am definitely rooting for Sentry. Out of the two characters, I prefer Sentry, like, as a character. But with Prime, like, Prime's interesting enough. Like, I think early on, I definitely wouldn't have liked him because, you know, he's just a child throwing a tantrum at the end of the day. But as, you know, time has marched on, like, he's at least become a lot more entertaining in my eyes. So, at least that's what I've noticed in the past 3 weeks of waiting for this episode. So, yeah, oh boy, this is going to be very complicated, and I've been prattling on way too long. Let's just jump right in. And we'll start things up in 3, 2, 1, play. How foreboding.
Sentry versus Superboy-Prime.
These two dark supermen prove that sometimes absolute power corrupts absolutely.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle. I don't know, to call these two, like, dark Superman would just kind of be oversimplifying it. Like, I think they're more, like, unstable Superman at the end of the day. More, not really evil or dark.
The golden guardian of good, the Sentry.
Which makes it all the more mysterious when all of humanity forgot about him, as though he never existed in the first place.
What if the reason we forgot Sentry is that he wanted to be forgotten?
To save us from himself.
As the story goes, Robbie Reynolds was just your average, ordinary high school teen until the day he accidentally drank
a length filled with
super
LSD.
soldier
Okay.
Moment,
Arch enemy of
Robbie
the
was
void.
imbued with the power of a million
Yeah, that's
exploding
one way of putting
suns,
it.
becoming one of the strongest superheroes in existence.
That's gotta be one hell of a bowel movement. And what better way to use his new powers than to become a Sentry to all mankind?
In a never-ending crusade against his devious arch nemesis, the Void.
He's got all your
Apparently,
best. I
like,
can't
there was like a
believe
big
he's not gonna show
gaslighting
you
campaign with
superpowers,
Sentry when he
like
was first
super
coming out.
strength,
Like, oh yeah, this is
invulnerability,
secretly
and flight.
He can
like a
spot you
long
from
lost Stan
miles
Lee
away, or
creation,
even
but
hear
in
a
reality
butterfly
it really
sneeze
wasn't.
from across the planet.
You butterfly sneeze?
No.
Well, Sentry cells absorb
If you can't tell, I've watched the
and if he
preview
wants
before.
to, he can fire that solar energy right back at you in a powerful laser, or bend light away to turn invisible, or use it to make force fields.
Really, the Sentry can draw power from anywhere and everywhere. When he was forcibly shrunk down to subatomic size, he started pulling energy from the microverse instead. And despite being microscopic, his punches were strong enough to destroy planets, even while holding back.
Sentry can teleport, communicate telepathically, and even read and mess with minds.
He's also a genius with a super brain comparable to Tony Stark. And
Right, yeah,
Richard.
here we go.
He's
This is-
even built his own watchtower with an advanced AI that is constantly monitoring the planet for threats.
Jesus Christ, he's like the Avengers all in one. Why do there even need to be any other superheroes?
Indeed, the Sentry is more than strong enough to take on Marvel's heaviest hitters, like his famous battle with the Green
Right,
Scar
yeah.
Hulk, where Black Bolt,
Yeah.
Iron Man, and Doctor
Strange,
Strange
not
failed.
Doctor-
The
yeah.
Sentry was
Every
the
hero
only one
failed.
who stood against
Well, I
the
mean,
Hulk's
Ghost Rider didn't
full
really
power.
fail. It's more
He's
along the
also
lines of,
battled
like,
Thor, who
Zarathos
left
thought
the
what
infinite
Hulk
number
doing
of
was
times
correct, and
into
Johnny
one
Blaze was
by
constantly
clashing
fighting
with
Zarathos and
another
Hulk,
Thor.
and so
The
when
Sentry Zarathos is
finally took
incredibly
over,
fast,
like,
too. He can
Zarathos
bend
was like,
space
yeah,
and
no, and then
speed blitz
drove
Ares,
away.
who can move within plank time, the smallest unit of time possible in our universe.
He's stated to be as fast as the Heralds of Galactus, like the Silver Surfer, who once outraced the multiverse blowing up. The Surfer flew so fast he went back in time, so you'd think Sentry would be able to handle some punk in a trench coat.
But it wasn't so simple. The Void was everywhere that the Sentry wasn't.
If Sentry saved people from a burning building, Void would crash an airplane. If Sentry healed a person's broken back, Void would give someone else cancer. What an asshole!
For every
Right,
good
yeah.
act the Sentry performs, the Void commits an evil one.
Yeah.
Because the truth was,
Equal-
the Sentry and the Void
because-
were one and
yeah,
the same.
here we go.
Bum, plot twist. Turns out Sentry's whole origin story was a lie. Robbie Reynolds wasn't a 60s high schooler beating up bullies like some Jack Kirby comic.
In reality,
Oh, wow,
Bob
true
Reynolds
background.
was
Yeah,
a
here we go.
schizophrenic meth addict who drank the Sentry serum just to get high. And the Void was, in reality, a
Agoraphobia,
malevolent,
anxiety,
godlike
yeah.
entity bonded to Bob that was the literal angel of death.
Yes, from the Bible with Moses and the Pharaoh and the dead firstborns. That's him, apparently.
Well,
This
okay.
being manifests as the dark side of Bob's
The
shattered
thing is, though,
psyche,
the Void's,
a
like,
villainous
origin
alter
isn't
ego
really
with all of his
clear,
power.
though,
Too much
so,
power
like,
for
is
any
that even
one man
true?
to handle. The only way to destroy the Void was to also destroy the Sentry.
So Bob did something crazy. With help from Reed's tech, he used his own psychic powers to erase himself from everyone's past, present, and future.
Right, yeah.
Including his own.
Warping the perception of reality of every single person on the planet. They would no longer remember him or even recognize anything remotely related to him. A picture of the Sentry would still technically exist, but in your mind's eye, including Bob's, it isn't there.
Great. Everyone knows repressing your problems always makes them better.
Yeah.
But Bob's memories eventually clawed their way back.
Right,
in part
yeah.
Thanks to Norman Osborn, the Green Goblin.
Oh,
and
okay.
His desire to somehow control the Void. So
Yeah,
Norman had the Thunderbolts murder Bob's wife Lindy in order to release, you know,
Yeah.
the Angel of Death.
Yeah, try controlling the kind
Yeah,
of guy who can throw
good
hands
luck,
with
Green
Molecule
Goblin.
Man, who somehow is one of the strongest beings in all of Marvel. At his peak, he's got almost complete control over the multiverse. So yeah, good luck with that one, Norm.
Molecule
Right.
Man was another mentally unstable god whose power fluctuates based on their self-confidence. In a way, a sort of kindred spirit to Bob.
It was then that Bob discovered the true source of his own powers, his own control over molecules. Yeah, you can do that too.
He can do.
Sentry can
Oh, hey,
create
I
and
can do that
destroy
too.
matter
You
on a
know that.
whim,
Oh boy.
able to rip you apart at the molecular level, or conjure an entire new reality from scratch, all with just a wave of his hand, like Dr. Manhattan.
He can also regenerate his body from any kind of damage, like being burnt to a skeleton or getting Dr. Manhattan himself.
As long
Right,
as
yeah.
one single
As long as an
solitary
atom remains. Like-
the Sentry
Yeah.
is unkillable.
And Void's got all of this and more, except he doesn't hold back. He can shapeshift, create hurricanes, trap you in darkness, possess your body, and devour your soul.
With his infinitendrils, the Void takes control of a victim's mind and tortures them with the memories of past traumas and nightmares.
He killed Loki.
Well.
He wrecked Asgard. The Avengers, the Fantastic Four, the
They're at least, like,
and the X-Men
really, like,
teaming
going
up
into
all
how
at once
crazy
could
the Void
barely
is and how
handle him.
scary he
Void
is.
one of the biggest bads in Marvel. Great fucking job, Norm.
Yeah,
I'm
great job.
something of a moron myself.
The only way forward, the only way for Bob to save everyone, including himself, was to do something he never imagined. Let the Void in.
By refusing to repress
There
his
we go,
darker
merging
half
it.
anymore, Sentry and Void merged and became stronger than the sum of their parts.
One being, now free to finally live his life without the crushing weight of self-hatred and fear.
Maybe,
Eh,
but this is the Void
it was
we're
weird.
talking about. What if Bob just has a new puppet master who's only letting him think he's in control?
As long as the Void exists, it's just another revolution in that same endless cycle. It remains to be seen whether even death itself can break that wheel.
He'll be back.
Ah, yeah, there was the
Sentry's
famous
gone,
null
but not forgotten.
moment,
He'll
yeah.
never be forgotten again.
Oh boy. Okay. Felt a bit short, honestly, but you know what? Okay, let's get into this. But
we've
like,
been
yeah,
in the pages of
just
DC
I really
Comics.
appreciate just how
Everyone in there
it
radiates
kind of reminded me of like the
six-dimensional gorilla
Unicron
Potter can
analysis,
do
like
it.
going into like,
What about in
yeah,
the
this is
real
how
world?
scary
Not
this
Earth
dude
1 or
is.
Earth 2,
So
our own Earth, Earth Prime.
The Earth of you, me, and Clark Kent. A totally normal boy from New
That's
England
right, it's
who
prime
just
time,
happened to
yeah,
share a name with that comic book character.
Mere coincidence. That is, until the day Clark took a leap of faith and believed he could fly.
And he did.
And he did.
Surprise, surprise. Clark was actually from the planet Krypton.
man, I guess the writers of that comic book got it right in
the
one.
real Superman, the one from all those comics he loved, showed up just in time to give him the skinny on being Superboy. Wait, he could have chosen me! I believe I can
Mercy,
fly!
don't jump off the... Oh.
Ouch.
Clark had all your classic Kryptonian powers. Flight, heat vision, microscopic and telescopic sight, Arctic
Right,
breath.
and all
It
of
was
this
the
like
dream that every little boy
pre-crisis
had
stuff. So,
finally comes
oof.
true.
Ow.
Yeah, just in time for
his
Crisis on
universe,
Infinite Earths
our
to happen,
universe,
yeah.
to be annihilated
Oof.
literally 1 month later in DC Comics Armageddon. The Crisis on Infinite Earths. Whiz, we're canonically dead since 1986, apparently.
With everyone he knew and loved gone, Clark took shelter in a pocket dimension with other cosmic refugees. Now an anachronism in DC's new, rebooted, post-crisis continuity, Clark was forced to watch as the comics landscape changed before his eyes. As stories became darker and morally complex,
He truly is a fanboy. He doesn't like change.
In his childhood.
As someone else got to be Superboy.
Some people can't stand change, can't stand
Yeah,
to see a world that
there we
doesn't
go,
look the way it did when they were a child. The day needed to be saved by Superboy, the real Superboy, Superboy-Prime.
So he did what any Superboy would do. Punch
punch really hard and
He
retcon
punched
the
his way out of
multiverse.
the dimension so hard, the shockwaves rippled through the universe and retconned DC Comics. Superboy was back, and he was gonna fix comic books forever. Hell yeah!
No matter how many
Right,
fake
yeah.
heroes
Yeah,
got in
he's
his
definitely
way.
more of an
Oh,
evil
shit.
Superman, at least at
Prime
first.
isn't
So,
just your ordinary Kryptonian. Oh no,
yeah, he pre-crisis, yeah.
From before the Crisis on Infinite Earths, a time when comics were a bit more
Yeah, what they're
comical.
Yeah,
Superman
comical
could
is definitely a
sneeze
word
solar
for it.
systems apart, or tow a galaxy of planets by
Look at
like
this.
it was nothing.
Or clash with another Kryptonian so hard, they generated enough power to restore an infinite number of timelines.
Get ready to hear that word a lot. My
Yeah.
favorite is the time Superman flew so fast he broke the light barrier, the time barrier, and even the bonds of infinity. I wonder if these writers ever imagined this bullshit would feed nerd arguments for the next half century.
Guarantee you they did not.
I'm not complaining. That's how I get paid.
Prime would know he is a self-described
Like, sure, modern day
power
writers
stealer's
might know,
dream.
but back then, no, they just said what they wanted.
We can only hope not. As a Kryptonian with an ultra-dense molecular structure, he should also share many of the same resistances, like being transmuted to stone, having his atomic bonds weakened, or getting his energy
Yeah,
drained.
look at
Kryptonians
all this. Like, the
Superman can
resistances,
withstand
like, he
more
resists a lot of
esoteric
what
attacks, too.
Sentry and the
They can
Void can
actively
do.
resist mental
But,
attacks by
oh boy.
outthinking them, and their souls can resist being destroyed.
All thanks to Earth's good old yellow sun fueling his cells. And unlike that post-crisis super fraud who gets weaker without sunlight, Prime's got it covered.
Right,
Suit
like
of armor
literally
made from the
wearing.
corpse of the Anti-Monitor,
Yeah,
which
wearing the
constantly
corpse
feeds
of the
him
thing
solar
that
energy.
destroyed his
Literally
world.
wearing the pelt of the
Yeah,
monster
there we
who
go.
destroyed his universe, just to be better and stronger than Superman.
Because that's what he thinks he is. Superman with better feats and scaling. Superman, but real.
Superman, if he was a fucking idiot.
It's
Okay, sure,
weird to
he has
hear
the
Wiz
same
curse.
hyper-efficient brain
Like,
that
he
all
usually
Kryptonians
doesn't.
have.
Like,
When it came
like
to
you
being
could probably
a
count the number of times
superhero,
he's cursed
he
on,
was
like,
a
one hand.
Violent, immature moron.
Exactly what you'd expect from a kid who never grew up and never learned to hold back. Instead of saving Earth's heroes, he started massacring them. And let's be real, there's a part of him that knows that editorial will just bring them all back eventually.
Right,
He's
yeah.
battled the Doom Patrol, Justice Society, Teen Titans, and 3 Flashes at once. He effortlessly murdered an alternate universe Justice League, and even killed his rival, Connor Kent, the new Superboy. Even as other Kryptonians grew in power to become comparable to their pre-crisis iterations, Prime still held an advantage because he never held back.
Like the time he tore apart the Monarch's armor, accidentally unleashing the Big Bang in his face, destroying the universe, and he was fine.
Or the
Yeah,
time
of
a
course he
Guardian
did.
of the Universe blew himself up in an attempt to stop Prime, blasting him into the multiverse atom by atom, and that only made Prime stronger.
Or the time
Yeah,
he fought
like,
a potential
this is
future
nuts.
version of himself who became a god of time. And instead of teaming up, Prime stupidly attacked him and accidentally retconned themselves both out of existence.
Which sent him home, back to his original universe, our universe. Except now everyone he knew, his parents, his girlfriend Lori, had been reading his
Right,
comics.
yeah,
They
oof.
knew what he had become, and they were terrified.
Once again, forced to watch as his heroes progressed without him, he pored over comic after comic, learning everything about DC.
And a little bit of Marvel.
Only to
Right, yeah, he's a
discover
massive
his
Spider-Man
worst
fan, but,
possible
like, probably not
nightmare.
Sentry,
Not only
but
would
yeah.
he never get to be Superman, he wasn't even a super villain that people liked. Turns out, power levels aren't everything.
So,
Right, yeah.
naturally, he flew to DC headquarters and attacked the people writing his own comic.
Like some infinitely recursive meta hell.
Prime had become a whiny, petulant, reactionary fanboy.
Yeah, there
Wait,
we
you
go.
think he's
Uh-huh.
the guy posting on our Reddit?
It's how
And
right.
at
Yeah, there we go.
He murdered the Golden Age Superman, the original Superman.
Oh, wow.
Action Comics #1, the
Huh.
first superhero.
Instead of restoring DC's glorious past, Prime beat it to death. He needed to change.
And that opportunity came when this alternate universe Jokerized Batman Who Laughs threatened to destroy all of reality.
Prime was drafted to help save the day, and it turned out he was the only Superboy who could.
Remember that time
Well,
Prime punched reality so hard he
Seen
retconned
4 minutes and
DC
30 seconds
Comics?
ago. Yeah, there we
Turns
go.
out that was no coincidence. Due to his repeated excursions across the multiverse, Prime became a space-time anomaly, and he slowly learned how to manipulate reality itself with his fists.
I guess you could call it his Retcon punch.
At first,
Yeah, there
its
we go.
effects were random, like bringing Jason
Yeah,
Todd
at first
back
it was
to life
random,
or
but he
restoring
got
Beast
better
Boy's
with it over
memories.
time.
But he started to use it to rewrite continuity to fix the evil universes of the Batman Who Laughs.
Giving them and all the characters inside of them happy endings. In a weird way, that's what Superman has always done, right? Punch
Yeah,
the bad
there
guy
we go.
so hard he saves the day.
There we
Prime can
go.
punch hard enough to enter the time stream, seemingly exit the comic medium entirely, and even defeat the nigh omnipotent Darkest Knight.
Who was powerful enough to
Yeah,
beat
I'm still
Perpetua,
rooting for
the
Sentry,
goddess
but
who created
listen to all
of
this.
DC Comics, the whole shebang. And Prime hit the Darkest Knight so hard he erased his entire evil multiverse.
A feat that no one actually saw happen. Prime's first true act of heroism was one that he did selflessly, and it was the first step toward becoming a true hero.
The kind of hero that Superman always secretly knew he could be. A hero who could someday get his own issue #1. A hero
There we
like,
go.
well, Superman.
Maybe one day Prime will truly believe in himself, just like he once believed he could fly.
Okay. Yeah, that was a really good analysis. Once again, like, you see
All right,
why
the
I'm
battle's
betting on
about to begin, but
Superboy-Prime.
first,
So,
pitch calls are back. Hey,
okay.
I'm back, the
Yeah,
voice of
pitches
Will.
are back.
And I'm
By the
Jay,
time I
the
look
voice
at
of
by the time I look it up, they're going to be sold out again.
This is a way to
Because
meet with Chad and
that's-
the creators
I
of Death
have-
Battle
I
and
have
pitch
noticed
your
a
favorite
pattern.
matchup to us via video call.
Yeah, a lot of episodes that are being made right now are because they were pitched. But to give each pitch the time it needs, there's a limited number available. So
Yeah.
go pick them up right now before they're gone on deathbattle.gg.
That's our website. It's kind of like
I'd love to make a pitch. I have my own idea for a pitch. It's just every time I go
If
to
you're a
that
website
site,
member, you get
sold
first
out.
dibs. It'll first be available to Chronicler tier, then Archivist,
Okay.
and so on.
Every purchase directly supports the show. Oh, and members also get a big store discount.
All right, let's get to this battle. But don't forget to grab your pitch
All
on
right.
deathbattle.gg.
Regardless, this is going to be an insane battle. Like, can Sentry,
All right, the combatants are
resist
set.
the
We've
Retcon
run the
punch or
data
not
through all
really?
Possibilities.
It's
Time for a death battle. Okay. Oh, just immediately getting into it. All right.
Quit while you're behind, kid.
Mess up a superhero crossover? No way, dork.
Also, Sentry's voiced by Philip Sacramento, who's never won a death battle with a character he's voiced, so... So it's really not looking good for Sentry.
You're dealing with someone who has the power of 1,000,000 exploding suns.
Well, yeah, that's cool, but
Big mistake, diplo.
yeah, like he absorbs sunlight, so yeah. Oof. Oh, okay.
Are you kidding me?
Wow, okay.
Another dark
Power of a
Superman
locomotive.
pride? Boring. It's cool when I do it.
Please, stop hitting me.
He'll kill you. I'll kill you. To death.
Yeah, there we go. He knew what he was doing. Yeah, oh, that was freaky.
It's time to play God.
Yeah, Oh. Literally crushing it between Earth and Mars. That's hilarious. Okay. And freaky.
Hey, you weren't joking. Definitely a crisis level threat.
Yeah, there we go.
Luckily, so am I.
Run all you want. If Bob couldn't escape me.
What hope do you have, boy?
Afraid of the dark, Clark? What kind of a hero are you? Remind me again. Whatever happened to Lori?
Oh. Oh. Oh, okay. Keeps going for it.
Over, Clark.
Huh.
There
Merge
is
Sentry.
No happy ending. Not for you. Not for me. Not for anyone else. In the void.
Haven't you ever read a comic book, you big freaking nerd? There's always a happy ending.
All right. Here we go. All right. Is it gonna work? I'm guessing it's working, because that seems finale worthy. Huh. Oh.
Bob? You kept talking about the Sentry. Bad dream?
No idea, Lindy. Best sleep I've had in years.
Crisis averted.
Well, there we go. Okay, that was a nice ending, not gonna lie.
I don't think I've
Yeah.
ever seen someone beaten to death so wholesomely before.
Right,
Break
yeah.
this down into 3 chapters. There's strength, intelligence,
Strength,
and
intelligence,
power.
yeah,
As with any
I
flying
wonder.
brick
Okay.
fight, the first question you gotta answer is, who's stronger?
Prime and Sentry are naturally 2 of the heaviest hitters in DC and Marvel.
Right,
more than
yeah.
capable of matching and surpassing Herald-level opponents like Superman and Thor.
Who are both strong enough to create and destroy an infinite number of timelines with their clashes. Just absolute wacky bullshit.
Right,
like that.
yeah.
So in order to pick a winner, we have to take a close look at the strongest beings they fought.
Okay.
Molecule Man and the Darkest Knight.
All
Sentry
right.
beat the crap out of Molecule Man. But remember, Eminem's power can
Right.
fluctuate a lot.
Wow, calling
and
him
when he fought
Eminem is
Sentry,
hilarious.
He wasn't
Okay.
at his full power.
Right,
So we can
yeah.
only scale this so far.
But Prime overpowered the Darkest Knight after the Mad Bat had absorbed the powers of both Perpetua and, what do you know, Dr. Manhattan.
Okay,
both
then.
Of which
Yeah,
alone could
figured.
threaten all of DC Comics.
And unlike with Molecule Man, there's nothing to suggest the Darkest Knight was holding back. In a straight brawl, Prime takes the edge.
Yeah,
in strength.
that's
But
fair. I kind of
muscles aren't
expected that.
everything. Maybe Sentry could
There,
figure out a
like
way
with
around
Sentry's
Prime's
best stuff,
fraud
there's always a
with
giant
his
asterisk next to it.
intelligence.
While
So
Prime does possess a
Intelligence,
super
on the other
brain,
hand, yeah.
he clearly does not use it to
Right,
its full
yeah.
extent.
It's less that he's dumb and more that he's a teenager.
Right.
He has a habit of crashing out.
The Sentry, on the other hand, has been compared to Tony Stark and Reed Richards, some of the most intelligent people in all of Marvel Comics.
right,
Sure,
yeah.
he mentally struggles with the whole
Yeah,
void
like,
thing.
he's got
Sucks
mental
for him,
instability,
but
but
losing control to the void
still.
only makes him more dangerous.
And as the Merge Sentry, he's operating at his peak, fully in control of his powers. In a test of wits and wills, the Sentry
Yeah, there
was
we
the more
go.
intelligent.
And
The
now we
main
get to
question in this
powers.
matchup
Yeah.
has to do with their batshit insane powers.
With the Sentry's ability to reshape molecular matter and warp perception of reality to such an incredible degree, his powers seem much more versatile than Prime's. Prime
Yeah,
may
they
be
are more
stronger,
versatile,
heat
but
vision,
Primes are
frost breath, and
quality
kryptonite
over
punches aren't
quantity
going
in
to
this
do much
case.
in the long run against someone who can regenerate from a single atom.
But pre-crisis Kryptonians have actually resisted having their molecules torn apart before, and Prime should be no different. So it's not like Sentry was ever going to just Doc Manhattan him away.
Prime could
Right,
still be
yeah.
worn down. Kryptonians have incredible stamina, but we know that sustained damage will eventually knock them out or kill them.
Unless
yeah.
Prime could find a way around Sentry's insane regeneration, he was toast.
Luckily for
Eh,
Prime,
but
his ability to
ret-
retcon away your
retcon,
history and
yeah,
mess with your
retcon
whole
away
timeline
his
was
problems,
actually something
so-
Sentry had no specific
Yeah,
resistance
okay.
to.
Not only that, it was something he's been affected by in the past.
Right, there
Like
we
the time
go.
The Scarlet Witch rewrote all of reality.
Yeah,
during
there we
House of
go.
M. Bob's continuity was rewritten like everyone else's.
Or the time Absorbing Man had the powers of a cosmic cube and warped Sentry's personal reality. Shit, Moonstone literally describes it as a reality punch.
Now, Sentry's psionic power could theoretically retcon himself from Prime's perception of reality. However, this feat required assistance from Reed Richards, and it's unlikely he could pull it off
It's
mid-fight.
unlikely he could
Pre-crisis
actually
Kryptonians
duplicate such a
also
thing.
resist a
Okay.
lot of mind manipulation anyway, so good luck trying.
Now, Prime hasn't always had the most perfect control over his retcon punch, so he
Right,
might need
yeah.
more than one blow to finish the job.
But Prime was more than capable of powering through Void's scariest abilities.
Like having his soul eaten.
Right,
or
yeah.
being cut off
Like,
from
yeah,
someone.
Superboy-Prime resisted a
Short
lot of
solar
what,
armor came
of
in
what the
handy
Void
after
could
all.
do,
In
so...
short, Prime could resist everything Sentry could throw at him, but Sentry couldn't do the same. Prime
Okay,
takes the final
yeah,
edge
fair
in
enough.
power.
I
If
kind
no
of
one to easily
expected
put him
this.
down,
Sad
Prime
to
would
see
eventually
Sentry go, but
muscle
you know
his
what?
way
He
through
got a
and
happy
con the
ending at
Void
the end of the
away
day.
for good.
I am
Sorry, Bob,
100%
defeat
on
was
board with that.
Unavoidable.
The winner
Wow,
is
okay.
Superboy-Prime.
Oh, hey, my pizza's here.
Oh no.
The winner is Superboy-Prime.
Yeah, of course he did.
Right,
Okay.
The editors? Oh yeah, I win. That's right. You hack frauds really tried to lowball me, but I checked the clock and it's prime time, baby.
Okay, all right.
Now, personally, that intelligence section was such a gimme.
Yeah,
I
okay.
don't crash out. I'm a tragic hero grappling
Okay.
with real, intense emotion. I can be smart anytime I want. But anyway, don't subscribe, don't join as a member, don't watch Death Battle, read my comics.
Yeah, all right.
Prime out.
Yeah, get out.
Next time
All right.
on Death Battle.
All right, what's next? Wait, what? Oh, we're doing Traveler versus Aang. All right, it's about time, honestly. I think this is the last Kickstarter episode we need. Okay. Wow, nothing. Okay, all right. Was not saying be subscribed. Then again, I guess Prime technically did that. But okay, Aang versus Traveler. Okay, I think it really all depends on where you scale, like, Traveler, but I think, like, most people, like, put Traveler above Aang, so I do think Traveler is probably gonna win. But still, man, what a fight. Okay, that was pretty cool. Gonna have to, rewatch it later, get it, like, a full grasp on it, but, like, once the Void popped out, oh, that was awesome. And you know what? That ending was, like, Sentry didn't, Bob Reynolds didn't technically die, but still, like, it just, I guess Superboy-Prime would be the kind of guy who could ruin that kind of rule of Death Battle, because he can do that. But you know what? Like, but killing the Void and basically, I'm guessing he basically killed off the Sentry, like, not really as a concept, but as a person. Like, he just, because, like, with Bob, like, waking up next to Linda, like, I'm guessing, like, Sentry just doesn't exist anymore as a hero. It's just Bob Reynolds still exists, but the Sentry, on the other hand, okay, that was awesome. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna rewatch this later. But yeah, Aang versus Traveler. Can't wait for that. Like, we're finally gonna be done with Kickstarter, I guess. I'm gonna have to look back through the rewards just in case I missed something. But oh man, yeah, all right, it's about time we got Aang versus Traveler. We were wondering what that was. We didn't think, like, it would take the song to get it. I honestly expected it last season, but whatever. This was fun enough. But yeah, so anyway, I've got nothing else I can say, so I'll just end the video here. So yeah, till next time, guys. See ya.